Today in this video we are going to talk about the Avdi biryani. Now if we talk about the Avdi biryani, it is far more different from the biryani that is found in other parts of India. Be it the Hyderabadi biryani or be it the Bengali biryani, the dim biryani variant, or be it the biryani that is sold in across Delhi, UP and Punjab. The major difference is that you will find a lot of flavor in the rice, but you will not find any trace of any kind of whole spice in this biryani. The term biryani has been originated from the term brunch biryan. So brunch is rice and biryan is distorted form. So the literal meaning is distorted form of rice that got discovered, that got originated as an accident. But the platter of an Avdi guest meal, a dastarkhan, is absolutely incomplete without a biryani. So the ingredients for the Avdi biryani are as follows. For preparing biryani, we require the marinated curd in which ginger garlic, curd, yellow chili powder, salt and sweet spices powder have already been put. Some vegetable oil is required for cooking the mutton and some rice is required. And for the fragrance part, this meetha itra is required. Peel the onions and take out fine slices out of it like this. The slices should be absolutely thin in size. Take a kadai and put it over a flame. Add some vegetable oil to it and let it heat for some time. Once the oil is hot, add the sliced onions and cook until they turn light golden in color. As you can see, the onions have now turned light golden in color. Put them off the flame and remove. For preparing the spice blend for the biryani, kebab, kormas, a generic masala blend can be prepared which is popularly known as Khushbu ka masala, which primarily includes cinnamon, green cardamom, mace, cloves, nutmeg, which can further be ground to a fine powder. Heat some water to boiling hot. Add some salt and some oil. It will prevent the rice from sticking to each other. You may add a potli which comprises of cloves, cinnamon, green cardamom, etc. and you can put them here. Or one other way is that you put in these whole spices in the water and let it boil for some time. We will strain the spices as the flavor of the spices will be extracted in the water itself. Let it boil for some time. Take a dekchi, put a strainer on top and strain the water containing the spices so that the spices are extracted from the water itself. The spices have come, and as you can see, the water is full of flavors. The flavors are coming out of the water itself, as it can be seen here. Now, put the water that has been strained back into the container in which the rice is to be boiled. As you can see, it has once again started to boil. The flavor of the spices is very much evident from the water. Let it start to boil once again. As you can see, the water has started boiling. We are going to add the rice which has been soaked for more than 45 minutes into the water. We clean it well so that there is no wastage of the rice grain, as almost 40% of the food that is prepared in India goes waste, and there are thousands and millions of people worldwide who are starving with hunger. So it is a message to all of you that please do not waste even a single grain of any cereal. Boil the rice until it is 80% done. For preparing the yakhni for the biryani, you need to take a pan, let the water ooze out via steaming, add some vegetable oil, add a little amount of yellow chili powder to it, add some spices mixed to it, popularly known as khushbu ka masala, add some salt, and then add the marinated mutton. If you find the oil is too less, it may be added in good quantities, as the oil is a better media for the spices. The spices tend to be more oil soluble rather than being water soluble. Cook it for some time. And let it cook for some time until the mutton is done. Biryanis in Lucknow have always been cooked in this traditional utensil, which is known as a deg in the local language. As you can see, it is a round bottom vessel traditionally made of copper, जिसमें अंदर की तरफ से रांगे की जो है एक लेयर लगाई जाती थी ताकि कॉपर फूड के साथ रिएक्ट ना करे. We are going to prepare our biryani in the most traditional manner in this deg itself. The deg should always be insulated using a bay leaf so that a basic layer of the leaves is formed at the base and it prevents the rice from burning. So we'll add some oil for the greasing part. Apply the oil at the base. It will help the bay leaf to stick to the bottom. As you can see, it is the part on which the flame comes in, the maximum heat is there. So we apply the bay leaves. Then we take the rice that has been cooked well over the bay leaves to form the base layer. As we can see, down the mutton is cooked in the yakhni that we had prepared for the biryani. We'll start placing the yakhni over the first layer of rice. Several layers can be put up depending upon the quantities involved. The oil, as we all know, is something that is having all the flavors. So we'll add this yakhni, then we'll again add a layer of the rice. After this, we can add some more yakhni on top, essentially the oil part that will flavor the gravy. All the spices are dissolved in this yakhni. As an option, commercially, people also use some colored rice. We are using rice that has been colored using the lemon yellow color. And some saffron milk. We'll cover the lid. People often use a dough in order to seal this lid, and then eventually it can be put on dum from both the sides. For dum, we'll take a tawa and we'll put this deg on top of it so that it provides an insulation at the base. Alternatively, in order to apply heat from top, we can also use some live burning charcoal. Let it put over dum for 40 to 45 minutes. Take it out, mix gently so that the rice should not break, and then serve garnished with some fried onions. As you can see, the biryani has been cooked for more than 45 minutes. We'll remove the charcoals from top, then remove the lid. You can see a nice aroma that is emanating out. Then, using a slicer or a flat spoon or even a perforated spoon, start mixing the rice well. As you can see, the biryani is perfectly cooked over dum, is giving a nice aroma, and then we'll transfer it shortly in the serving dish. Please avoid putting any kind of bay leaves, as it is not advisable to put it in the Avdi biryani at all. Put the meat pieces. If we take around 1 kg of rice and 1 kg of meat, the rice will become twice and thus will give an yield of 3 kilograms of biryani. Put some more rice on top. You can see a heap is there, and then it is to be garnished using some freshly ground, freshly fried onion slices, and it is to be served using a burani raita, which is essentially a garlic flavored raita.